I'm going to look forward now. So we're going to, I think a week on Saturday, the 27th, we're going to do another one of these video sessions where I'm working on a Porthleven painting. So Porthleven is always on my mind. So, and I've done 42 paintings so far, 42. There was a year when I did 3 Porthleven paintings, but I didn't give them numbers. For some reason, I didn't give them numbers, but they are Porthleven. So there's actually 45 in this series. So we'll be starting number 46. I'm going to show you one of those Porthleven paintings without a number shortly. But anyway, I've made a canvas, so I'm going to set the canvas on the wall so you can have a look at what size I'll be working up. So I've also got a second stretcher made up, but I ran out of canvas, so which the canvas will be arriving this week. So it means that I've got the option to join the two together that way, or the other way to make a large painting. Or I may do 2 paintings, who knows. And I kind of like this shape, which is a bit squarer than, it's not quite as square, it's just kind of a, yeah, gives me a bit more room. You know, you never know, you might see some sky in this painting. So I've got to come up with something new. What I'm going to do now, because Porthleven is our theme for the next workshop, I'm just going to show you another couple of paintings, and we'll take it from there. So this painting is another painting which I did on the Porthleven course of 2018. And for a bit of fun and a bit of a challenge, what we did with this painting, I gave everyone a small canvas this is the very first group exercise. I gave everyone a small canvas, and then I got some bits of paper and I wrote all the letters that spelled Porthleven, and I wrote one of those letters on a piece of paper, folded it up and put it in a bag, and then everyone had to pick out one of those letters from the bag and then do a painting about whichever letter they got, a painting about Porthleven. So this one I picked out, I actually did 2, but this one is the letter E. So if you look into this corner here, you can just work out the letter E, sort of. It's like a hockey stick and then 2 little things. So that's, you know, that's my little challenge to get to build a painting around. And some people's letters are very large within the painting. Some people's letters were tiny. It didn't really matter. So once again, you know, anyone that wants to paint Porthleven, there's the challenge of the clock tower. There it sits opposite the studio door, this huge presence, sometimes benign, sometimes brooding and powerful and menacing. So, and it's fantastic at night, because if you're lucky, and it's happened a few times, you get the white of the clock face of the tower, and you also get a full moon, a circle of a full moon behind it, so which is pretty special. And early morning as well, we get these fantastic, because the sun comes up behind the clock tower, we get these fantastic shadows of the clock tower in the water between the studio and the clock tower. Fantastic shapes, anyway, it's a wonderful location. So here's the clock tower. So quite often in my paintings, they are disguised, shall we say. So here's my disguised clock tower. So a bit of a roof. The clock tower is just another vertical piece of paint amongst all those other verticals. And maybe the clue is in that little circle. So circles will always grab the attention, so maybe that draws your eye, and then you read it's a clock tower. Anyway, I was very happy with this, because I think it's a different palette to what I normally use, and I'm especially pleased with this, you know, this burnt sienna red mark here. But again, it kind of suggests being in front of something. So this could be the edge of a wall or a edge of an archway or a window, and everything's behind. Or is it just a stripe? So I kind of like those ambiguities. Now this painting is, you know, it's one of our favourites, and it's part of our collection. So you know, we've let go or sold most of the Porthleven series actually. So but this one we've kept because it's a special one, and I guess most of you might have seen this painting before and heard me talk about it before. But for those of you that are new to Porthleven, you know, it's typical in a sense that, you know, I have an aerial view, the map, and an image, quite often in the same painting. And so in this painting, what I've done, I've made the harbour shape, and the clock tower the same scale. So I've got them side by side. And quite often people don't see the clock tower, they just see pink, or they see the circle. So I've successfully melded, is that a word? Melded the clock tower and the harbour side by side in this painting. And I remember spending 2 or 3 hours getting this green right and this pink right, repainting and changing and just get that colour relationship working. And the other thing I talk about in this painting is even though it's a very small painting, there's a lot of space. It's a big, small painting. If you think about the proportions, half the painting is a big empty space, there to there. And yeah, it's very compact, very small, but I think beautiful piece of work. So that's Porthleven 17. So we're going to embark on Porthleven 40 something, and of course it's an 8-week session, so it gives you a very good chance to work on your own Porthleven painting as well. And yeah, and I hope everyone benefits again from my teaching and my work and my process and my practice, you know, there's nothing scary. It's like everyone has to believe, just believe, take a few risks, try things out. Nobody's judging you. No one's judging you, and it's up to you to kind of work out if things work or the painting's moving forward or moving backwards. It's up to you to decide. And make something you've never made before. I mean, have that as your ambition. Make something you've never made before. Go for a surprise. Go for something different. And that's the thrill. That's the thrill of creation. Is going somewhere new. So hope to see you a week on Saturday. And get in touch if you'd like to join us. Bye.